Hello, hello, love warriors. The Holy Spirit has a message for you. Yes, this is our journey to self love with the Holy Spirit, part 10. Look what the Holy Spirit said this morning about this amazing message. He said, Beloved, choose to self love yourself enough to stay in your own lane, says the Holy Spirit. Judging and criticizing others can seem as a swerving into someone else's lane, which is disruptive and potentially unwelcome. It's overstepping boundaries and meddling in personal affairs. This low vibrational energy and behavior can lead to negative consequences, such as causing hurt feelings, damaging relationships, and hindering personal growth, both for the one who's judged and the one being judged. When we judge or criticize another human being, including ourselves, we are only demonstrating our own reflection of insecurities and self judgment, which is not an act of self love, says the Holy Spirit. Today, the Holy Spirit wants to invite you to stay in your own lane. Instead of judging others, stay focused, stay aligned with Papa God's will while you maintain yourself in your own path. Remember, we all have a choice. And just in case you forgot that you have a choice, friends, we have a choice. A daily choice every single day, either to walk and live and act and breathe and speak and hear and be in God's will, which is, guess what? Good, pleasing, and perfect all the time. Or we could choose our own path, which might lead to self destruction. I'll give you an example. There's path A, which is God's will, or there's path B. In path A, you have your own lane, your own destiny, your own purpose. Again, God's will, good, pleasing, and perfect. While on plan B, it's someone else's lane, someone else's destiny, someone else's purpose, and guess what? The devil's will. When we choose to stay in our own lane, meaning God's path, look what we get. The Holy Spirit wants to give us 5 golden nuggets and to show us and demonstrate what we are going to obtain when we stay in our own lane and what we will get if we hop in someone else's lane. One, when we stay in our own lane, meaning God's will, we one, enhance productivity and focus, meaning you won't get distracted by others' activities or opinions of others. Two, improve your relationships, meaning when you mind your own business, it demonstrates respect for others' boundaries and personal space. And that leads to stronger and more trusting relationships with others and yourself because it helps you avoid unnecessary conflicts and misunderstandings that can arise from unsolicited advice or interference. Three, reduces stress and drama, meaning by focusing on your own life, you minimize exposure to drama, negativity, creating a more peaceful environment. Four, personal growth and well being, meaning by focusing on your own goals, you invest time and energy in your personal and professional spiritual development, which leads to self awareness, confidence, and a greater sense of accomplishment. Five, greater autonomy and independence, meaning minding your own business, allows you to take control of your own life and make choices that are right for you. But not just any choice, God's choice for you. It's His will, which is, again, good, pleasing, and perfect. I want to sing. Ooh la 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 la. Ooh la 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 la. God's will is amazing. Sounds amazing and delicious to you. To me too. Now, if we pick the path B, meaning if we hop into someone else's lane, look what happens. One, damaged relationships, meaning interfering in someone else's personal matters can lead to feelings of betrayal and disrespect, eroding trust, potentially ending relationships. Two, loss of social standing and reputation, meaning meddling can lead to being seen as nosy and intrusive, causing people to distance themselves and potentially impacting professional relationships. Three, increased conflicts. Unsolicited involvement can escalate minor issues into major disputes, creating resentment and long lasting grudges. Four, emotional stress, meaning Constantly worrying about and involving yourself in others' problems can increase your own stress levels, drain your energy, and distract you from your own life and responsibilities. 5. Creating dependency and learned helplessness, meaning constantly solving others' problems and for them can hinder their development of self sufficiency and problem solving skills. Woo! That alone just drained my energy. Woo! I don't know about you, but the obvious is the obvious. I'm choosing path A, meaning God's will, staying in my own lane. That path B, woo! Too much chaos and drama for me, friends. I don't know. And if this wasn't enough for you, look what Papa God says in His Word, Matthew 7. Do not judge, beloved. Refuse to be a critic full of bias towards others, and you will not be judged. For you'll be judged by the same standard that you use to judge others. The measurement you use on them will be used on you. Why would you focus on the flaw in someone else's life and fail to notice the glaring flaws on your own? How could you say to your friend, let me show you where you're wrong, when you're guilty of even more? You're being hypocritical, you hypocrite. Woof. First, acknowledge and deal with your own blind spots, and then you'll be capable of dealing with the blind spots of your friends. Who would hang? Well, that's enough. Basically, mind your business. That's what Papa God is saying. In conclusion, again, mind your business. Tape your mouth if you have to. Shut your eyes. Cover your ears. Basically, stay in your lane. And you know what you'll get? You'll enhance yourself, improve your relationships, reduce stress, grow personally and spiritually. Take control of your own life. Basically, live unbothered. Live to only please Papa God. Ding, 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 friends. And that is the goal, to live unbothered. Whatever you see, it doesn't bother you. Whatever you hear, you don't care. Whatever they say, it just slips away. You know why? Because you're living your own life. You're in your own lane. Focus, running towards your race, towards your goal, not other people's chaos, dramas, and problems. Again, the obvious is the obvious. And P.S., friends, remember, self love is not a destination. So be patient and gentle with yourself along the way. So, friends, happy staying in your lane. Mm, mm, happy dance for being unbothered in this world full of chaos and dramas. Shalom, shalom, friends. Till the next time. Bye.